Welcome, everybody, to the final episode of my Spring Forward into Horror series. I had to end it with a classic, so the film I'm going to be reviewing today is The Evil Dead from 1981. So, do I really need to explain what The Evil Dead is? I think everybody knows by now what The Evil Dead is about, so I won't get into it. The evil POV shots look great, and you know exactly which shots those are. Like, they're running through the woods, the POV camera. Like, the unique way that they were able to achieve that was actually just attaching the camera to a 2x4 or something and just literally running through the woods. So it is low budget, and you can tell, but it does the low budget so well, and I guess that's why it stands the test of time. So the cinematography overall is perfect. We talked about the POV shots and a little bit on how they did that, but overall it's very good. The framing of it was pretty good, and I think it was Sam Raimi's first film, so this is definitely an impressive debut. The pacing is good in the film. Yeah, low budget, but every element complements each other and works very, very well. The writing is great. One negative thing I had about it was that the cabin seems a little empty and a little basic from what I can remember from the film. Maybe I'm remembering Evil Dead 2 where they had a bigger budget, so they were able to decorate it a little more. But it kind of made it a little boring, and I know a lot of fans are gonna dislike me for saying that, but overall it kind of worked. And I have seen a version where a fan actually edited all three of the Evil Dead films, obviously excluding the reboot that is and isn't set in the same universe. It's very confusing, but I'll get into that one at some point because that's a very good one. Yeah, the visual effects of the Deadites were pretty good. A lot of the backstory, I think, was actually introduced in the second film and not the first film. I could be completely wrong on that. And while this film is more of a straightforward horror film, the second one is like the perfect blend of horror comedy, and I see the third one as more of a comedy than a horror film, but it still can be classified as a horror comedy. But yeah, with this one, the horror is there. They achieve it very well on the low budget. It has a raw look to it, which definitely adds to the film. Despite it being a low budget film from the 80s, it still holds up better than some 80s films. And I'm sure it looks absolutely great on a VHS tape. I currently don't have VHS tape of the film. At least I don't think I do. I know I have a VHS tape of the sequel and Army of Darkness, but I probably should find one of this film. But yeah, it still looks pretty good for being like 41 years old. Great start to the franchise. Great movie overall. 9.9 is what I'll have to give it, and that's due to the cabin seeming a little emptier than I remember, but still good. So, hope you enjoyed this review of the classic horror film, The Evil Dead. Bruce Campbell's amazing in it, as always. So, I'll see you in the next one that I do, which I already know what it's going to be, but you guys don't know yet. So it's another classic, so stay tuned for that one, and I'll see you soon.